Hey guys, welcome back to Cajun Horror Talk. I'm Jake.
And Ross.
Today we're talking about 1975's Jaws.
Dum-dum.
So grab a beer, grab a cup of coffee.
Let's talk horror.
All right, guys, talk about Jaws. Happy Shark Week. For our Throwback Thursday video, we couldn't help but go.
I say there's no other way to go. Shark Week, Throwback Thursday, you got to go Jaws.
Absolutely.
There's really nothing else you can do.
So before we even get started, guys, I've been wanting to do this in the beginning. We're getting a lot of plays out there. We're not getting many followers, not getting many likes, not many comments. So remember, guys, give us some likes, give us some follows.
We
subscribe.
love all the views we're getting. We think it's amazing, but we want feedback from y'all so we can make it better and build and grow.
Yep. Let us hear from y'all. Tell us what y'all want to see.
Yeah.
So getting into it, we're looking at a runtime of 2 hours and 4 minutes.
Not a minute too long either.
Made on a budget of $7 million, six of which went to the shark.
Which is crazy for 75.
Yeah, I know. But grossed $471.8 million. I say they made their money back.
Just a little bit. I think
that's not counting like VHS and DVD sales.
Yeah, I was about to say that's probably an outdated figure at this point.
That's crazy. All right.
Fuck, they made another $4 from me this week because I had to rent it.
Right.
So
cast: Roy Schneider plays Chief Brody.
Brody.
Robert Shaw plays Quint.
Mm-hmm.
Richard Dreyfuss plays Hooper.
I loved Hooper.
Hooper. Lorraine Gary plays Ellen Hooper.
No, she didn't. She did not play Ellen Hooper.
Who she played?
She played Ellen Brody.
God damn it, Ellen Brody. I'm sorry.
Words are hard.
Yeah, words are hard. Actually, I wrote it wrong.
Really good, smooth.
Yeah.
It's not like you run a podcast or anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Murray Hamilton plays Mayor Vaughn, who's a douche.
Yeah, Vaughn's a fucking dick.
Chris Rebello plays Michael Brody, and Jay Mello plays Sean Brody.
Yeah.
All right.
Yay.
So, plot of this movie is
Everyone
a giant
knows.
great white shark attacks a small island community.
Absolutely. I think everybody's got that. This film has won. It's won 14
It was
awards
the
back in the
Amityville
day.
horror.
Wow. Yeah. In a way. Love it. There's won Oscars and Golden Globes and BAFTAs and oh Jesus, there's too many awards to actually Academy of Science Fiction, Fantasy, and Horror Films USA. This thing won a lot of awards. I'm not going to individualize each one of those because it would just take too long. We do a whole podcast on what this film has accomplished.
Okay, let's start off with the fact that some people I've talked to talking about how we're reviewing this movie, and a lot of people tell me it's not a scary movie.
It is a scary movie.
It is a very scary movie.
It is still listed on a lot of lists as one of the scariest movies ever made.
Exactly. What other movie had more effect on humans than Jaws? Made people scared to go into the water.
The only other movie that I can think of that even come in this time frame, this period.
Piranha?
No, not even Piranha. I'm not even going with a shark movie. What's the movie with the aliens? It was a radio broadcast, and everybody thought it was real.
Oh, yeah. Was it War of the Worlds?
Yeah, War of the Worlds. Okay. Everybody thought it was real, and that's the only reason it caused that mass hysteria, because it was over a radio broadcast. Yeah. And like, holy shit, the aliens are coming. Everyone knew this was a movie, and they watched it and still said, fuck you, I'm not getting in the ocean. I'm not going swimming in the ocean.
Hell no. Those monsters are there.
You lost your damn mind.
Yeah. Love sharks, man. Sharks are one of my favorite subjects.
Yeah, you're more on the shark aspect than I am. But as far as a horror movie, I don't. This is really a iconic horror movie. That's just It's
a creature feature.
Well, and that's what I was about to say. It's a creature feature.
I love me a creature feature.
Everybody is so much drawn to horror as the big icons. You get your Freddy.
Oh, the slashers.
Just slasher films is what everybody arrives to, and then when your paranormal stuff like The Conjuring and Insidious and all these evil movies that started coming out, and people like...
Which, by the way, check out one of our early videos talking about, it's our first Cajun Horror Talk discussions, where we went through the subgenres of horror and what each one brought to the table. Remember, we talked about it. Creature features versus paranormal versus slashers.
Versus torture porn.
Torture porn, shit like that. So check that one out. That was probably one of our longest videos we ever did. That was the first time John came on with us.
At that time, until my birthday video.
Until your birthday video,
yeah. That was definitely the longest we've ran. But this is definitely a horror movie. It scared a lot of freaking people.
Millions. Easy to say millions.
Easy. There was so many people that were like, fuck that, I'm not going back to the beach.
Yeah. Yeah, I know people today who won't swim where they can't see their feet.
I won't swim. It's not because of Jaws, but I mean, this, of course, is well before my time.
And then, okay, and let's go on to the score. The only movie I could think of has a more iconic score and maybe not even as iconic is Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween. This movie, dude, their kids...
Horror score-wise, it in Halloween neck and neck.
This
movie-wise,
this movie had such an impact that even my kid and other younger kids, they still... Everybody knows what the hell... That's like, okay, something's coming. Everybody knows that. This is one of those scores that is completely just... It's ingrained in history. Yeah. It's there.
And what's going cool thing, too, about this movie? The opening. The way it opens up with just the people on the beach having fun, drinking, getting high. Kind of reminds you of high school a little bit. When you just get together,
it's those carefree days. It's those carefree days where you're invincible. You go and do stupid shit on the beach with your friends, and then all of a sudden...
It just gets fucking turned up.
It gets turned up really quickly.
And you don't see it, though.
And you love... I love the drunk guy that just falls asleep on the beach and doesn't know that his girlfriend... Like, you're about to get laid, and you're like, fuck it, I'm going to sleep here for a minute. This girl just took off all her clothes and jumped in the ocean. I don't care how drunk I am. I'm going to drown jumping in after you. In high school, that's just how shit was. I'm jumping in.
Dude, he's like, oh, I'm coming. Okay, now I'm definitely coming. Yeah. He takes her shirt off.
Yeah, absolutely. PG movie, by the way, guys.
Yes.
You definitely see some silhouetted titties.
Yep, silhouetted. Very classy.
Yes, very, very elegant.
Classy.
Very elegant and classy.
And then you get to the
shadow titty.
And then they don't even show her remains at any point.
No, they don't. They show you see like glimpses and bits and pieces once the scientist guy gets called.
Yeah.
Once Hooper gets called, you see a little bit of the carnage that was left over. After
a little bit. You only see the arm, I think.
After the... Yeah, I want to say that's really all.
And you saw that whenever they found her, too, which the Toodaloos were a nice touch.
Yeah, right. I love that.
For those y'all not from South Louisiana, that's the little crabs that run across the sand.
Those little crabs with the big-ass claws.
We call them Toodaloos.
Yeah.
I don't know if they call them that.
I was about to say, I don't know if that's just a strictly down here thing or not. I really don't know.
Hey, yeah, let us know.
I really want to know that. I'm kind of interested.
Anybody else that lives around the beach that's not from South Louisiana, do y'all call that Toodaloos?
In order to not strike mass panic and pandemonium, we're going to blame this on a boating accident because that just seems like the right way to go.
That was some sketchy shit. Because the coroner just turned around and said, nope.
Yeah, that coroner was like, yeah.
Where was that guy when they did Epstein?
Dude, right? It was a suicide, right? Nope.
Yeah. So what happened to Epstein?
I'm no longer in this conversation.
What happened to Epstein? He got hit by a boat.
It was a boating accident.
He was in jail.
Look, have you ever seen Final Destination?
It was Alcatraz.
You ever seen Final Destination? That's what happened. Blame a damn boating accident on this.
Oh, man.
All right, so after this, the mayor, this douche, refuses to shut down the beaches.
Before you get into this, right? Let's kind of go chronologically right here.
Okay.
Where you first meet Brody.
Yeah.
And he's going about his day. And all these people complain about is the kids ninjaing the fences.
Yeah, they're breaking down the fences.
The lady really said the kids been ninjaing the picket fences.
Yeah, that was a real thing that fucking happened.
She turned ninja into a verb.
That might be the first time. It really might be. You ninja that shit. So apparently there's a karate school nearby, and all these kids are just running around punching fences because they're learning how to break boards.
Dude,
why the fuck not?
Is that not the sketchiest ferry ever?
There's so much sketchy shit that goes on in this fucking movie that I don't ever want to live in this little town.
That little one-car ferry? That's the sketchiest shit ever. I would never get on that.
I'm not driving my car on that fucking thing.
No way.
You lost your damn mind.
Holy crap. That was like a freaking P-Rog with like running boards on it.
Absolutely fucking not.
No way.
We got these ramps. We're gonna put your car on this jet ski.
And then you know how heavy cars were back then?
A lot heavier than they are now. That's like solid metal.
Yeah.
That's not all this plastic and aerodynamic bullshit that we got now where everything's fucking fender plastic and hardened shit. Yeah. No, this is fucking heavy metal.
I'm surprised they didn't have Popiers in that thing.
I know. Look, if this would have been the time frame that Sharknado would have happened, that Shark never would have been a hole in the lid of that fucking the roof.
Oh yeah,
no, it wouldn't have been through that. That's some heavy ass metal, dude.
Yeah.
Go on. Okay, so all this shit happens.
Back to the corner. If I was Brody,
the sketchy ass corner.
Yeah, if I was Brody, I'd arrest that goddamn corner.
I was about to say, is he not the chief of police? Can you not fucking make something happen with this guy who's obviously being
lying?
He's lying and he's being negligent to the point where people are about to die, and he knows this. And still, the mayor's like, no, we got to make money.
2 people should have been arrested in this movie. That's how they should have ended this movie.
Oh, yeah.
The coroner should have been arrested.
And the mayor. The mayor should have been arrested completely. He knew what the fuck was coming. Complete negligence.
Both of them. Actually, what is it? What they call that?
Fucking negligent homicide is what I would call that shit.
Was it malfeasance?
Oh, yeah. Malfeasance in office. Yeah, that's the thing, right? If you don't do your job,
I think so.
I'm pretty sure you can serve time for that, for not adequately performing your job and actually legitimately looking away from something you believe to be true.
Yeah.
And going, that's fucking lying on a coroner report and all kinds of other shit.
That's legal documents. I may be mistaken, but
it's got to be somewhere. I mean, otherwise, they'd have free reign to just say whatever the hell they. Well, I mean, look at Epstein. Anyway.
And then the line that he says to Harry on the beach when the guy's like, "You're not from here, Chief." They say you don't even like to go in the water. He's like, "That's some bad hat, Harry." You ever seen Bad Robot Productions? What you call them? Your boy that did J.J. Abrams.
Okay.
I think it's his production company at the end of like when they do a TV show. At the end of it, you hear that's some bad hat, Harry.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the line they get it from.
I didn't even fucking realize that's where that's from until you brought that up. That's fucking funny.
Yeah.
All right.
I forgot which TV show. I used to hear it all the time because we used to watch it regularly.
So, all right. We go to Brody is desperately trying to shut down this fucking beach. The mayor's not fucking having it. The coroner's on the mayor's side, so they decide to keep the fucking beach open. Fuck everybody that's trying to get me and my kids on the beach when I know that there's a shark there. He's like, hey, nobody's in the water. I need you to get in the water so that people won't be afraid
he tells his kids, go in the pond. Go in the pond.
Brody gets his kids to go in the fucking pond.
Here,
like the pond's
it's not connected.
It's attached to the fucking where the shark is.
You think they don't swim on the bridge?
No, they can't swim on it. They're scared of shadows and trolls. You can't do that. Jesus Christ. And then your boy gets up and brings his kids and his wife into the water.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. I'm sorry. Fuck you.
Wait, this is after the little boy got ate, right?
No, this is right before he's about to get eaten because of this.
No, because the one when he sends his kid in a pond and nobody was getting in the water, that's one where the guy who was trying to teach them how to sail gets eaten.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He was in another boat.
Yeah. The earlier scenes when the little boy gets ate.
Yeah, that's the second kill because they have the girl that's found with the Toodaloos.
Because this is before the mass fucking pandemonium of people who come try to kill every shark they can find.
Yeah, because that's when, that's one of my next notes. She puts down a $3,000 bounty on anybody who can hunt and kill the shark that ate her child.
Yeah, you get freaking wahoos from everywhere coming in.
I mean, it's $3,000 to kill a shark.
What's your boy dropping M80s off the side of the boat?
I prefer the guy that's shooting bow and arrows at the shark. I love.
Did you notice that?
There were two arrows in this tiger shark that they pulled up. It was like, who the fuck? The Apaches came to kill this shark.
Fucking Robin Hood.
What the fuck is going on? They pull the shark up. He's got holes all over him. He's got two arrows sticking out of him, and it's a big shark. It is a big shark. Not big enough for the carnage that has been wreaked.
No, and tiger sharks, like he said, they're normally in warmer waters. It's a rare shark to be up there. It is considered a man eater.
Yeah, and a licensed plate eater.
Yeah,
apparently
a licensed plate from Louisiana. Yeah. Which, actually, if anyone who's ever looked into O-Search, they do the show Expedition Great White. Mm-hmm. They do this cool thing where they tag sharks around the world and they put a 6-year tag on them where they can follow them every time they surface. It's on their dorsal fin. Yeah, I've been following it a lot, and there's actually a 10-foot tiger shark that hangs out off the coast of Louisiana.
No shit.
It swims back and forth. He swims between.
He has a license plate, I'm sure.
Yeah, he swims between Grand Isle and Morgan City, back and forth.
Really?
Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, there's actually a hammerhead shark that hangs out right off the beach of Corpus Christi.
All this pandemonium ensues. Everybody's freaking out because there's this big ass shark, and it's eating 3 people at this fucking point. There's a bounty out on this shark, which is fucking hilarious but great in the same time.
Yep.
They held this conference and all this bullshit, and there's members of the politicians in the area and news reporters, and one of the guys said he said out loud in a crowded room, our plan is to bury this as deep as possible so that people don't see it. That's what he said. I'm going to bury this.
Yeah.
We're going to make sure. Yeah, I'm sure there's, a teenager and a dude and a little boy that got killed by a shark. We're going to bury this. Fuck you, dude.
By the way, before the little boy gets killed, you see the guy's dog gets eaten. You notice the guy's dog disappears.
Oh, yeah.
And
he was swimming with the...
the dog's name is Pippin.
Pippin, yeah.
Just like the dog on the Meg.
The Meg.
Yeah. Which is where the Meg got it from.
Absolutely. But, yeah, you see the tree branch floating.
You get your first when they had the town hall meeting, you get your first introduction to Quint.
Yeah.
Who is a badass. He's my favorite character in this whole damn movie.
He really is fucking amazing. He really is.
Get the head, get the tail, the whole damn thing.
All right. So
he ain't an idiot. He knows there's about to be a monster-ass shark he's about to go catch.
All right. So at this meeting, that they ask him if he's going to shut down the beach, and Brody immediately says, yes, fuck it. He's like, fuck it. Yeah. We're shutting it down. Yeah. Then everybody gets pissed the fuck off
I see this from both ways.
Okay, now fuck you. I don't see it from both ways. There's somebody in the crowd that says 24 hours, it's like 3 weeks. That is the stupidest thing to cry at one of these things. What the fuck is wrong with
24 hours during 4th of July weekend, it would be just as bad.
Dude, I get that. That's fantastic. But let's go couple $100,000, couple more dead bodies.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well,
the pros outweigh.
There are ways to get around this. Countries all around the world do this on coastlines.
Keep the beach open, don't go in the water?
No, you keep the beach open, and you do. There are ways to do this. There's shark nets that they put out. You mean it stops the sharks from coming in?
This is also in '75, though.
They had them then. They even used them later on. Remember?
I know, but they weren't as abundant as they are now.
What? Shark nets?
I'm sure
but they used them in the movie.
I'm not saying that they didn't. I'm not saying they weren't there. I mean, fuck, Bic lighters were created a really long time ago, but you watch old movies and you see them lighting shit with matches.
Yeah.
Just because they were invented and they were there doesn't mean they were as abundant or as in use as they are nowadays.
But I'm just saying, they used them in the movie. They could have just used them. They could have kept it open.
They might have not had enough to
you know what I mean?
Loop the entire. At the very least, they would have had enough to open the pond on the side of it. They could have shark netted.
But that's why the shark went into the pond. They had the shark nets out along the beach.
Could be.
Yeah, because he couldn't get to anybody there, so he went for our opportunity. He went into the pond.
All right, and then we get Mr. The scratching chalkboard.
Well, yeah,
I love the scratching chalkboard.
We missed the guy's fishing for with his wife's roast.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Well, no, that's after the chalkboard scraping.
Is it?
It's right. It's immediately after because he's the guy that's gonna go fucking get it. That's right before they do the mass hunt.
Yeah.
Right after that.
Yeah.
That interesting thing. I don't know why for some reason that moment stuck out to me because I remembered it so much from watching this as a child. But that sound of him scraping his fucking nails on the chalkboard. So I started Googling shit. You know that you can't find that in a film before this fucking movie?
Really?
I thought that was weird. That has to be around. The only other thing that I found that was somewhat similar was from 1922 when it was a Nosferatu, but it was a sound bite that they said sounded like nails. Didn't actually say that it was nails on a chalkboard. This is the first known that I could find. And I dug into that because I was like, there's got to be something used before.
This is what, 75?
This is 75. This is 9 years before.
Freddie did it.
No, I'm sorry. Freddie did it, but this was after. Yeah. 1986. Rudolph Blake was a researcher who actually researched the sound. That was the first noted research of the nails on the chalkboard thing. And he actually received a Nobel Prize in 2006 for his research on the psychological impact of nails scraping on a chalkboard.
That's amazing.
I was like, really, like, that's how far I dug into this because I was like, is that where this fucking saying comes from? Because I can't find anything from before then.
Right.
I know it was a saying, but this is like the first time you can find on film. If you could find it, please send it to me because I looked for it. Could not find it.
So,
sorry, that was my little tangent. Sorry.
Back to the two guys fishing on the shitty pier.
Yeah, let's talk about those guys.
Great plan. Really good plan. Shitty pier.
Yeah, not the greatest place to do that.
No, because actually, if you watch Expedition Great White, that's almost the same hook they use.
Yeah.
And they rig it the same way with a float and a big-ass J-hook, and they throw it out there. Mm-hmm. And the shark gets it, and it goes into the corner of the mouth, but they use a bunch of boobies, kind of like they did later in the movie. Yeah. But they do it on one line, hook to the hook, to where it tires them out, and then you get them back to the other boat to pick them up. Had that pier been worth the shit,
that would have been a great plan.
Yeah.
It really would have been.
They probably would have caught it, and they probably would have killed it because it had drowned it.
Yeah, it would have got tired of fucking swimming.
It got tired.
It wore itself out.
Yep, and then it stopped swimming and it drowned because a lot of people don't realize this, but a shark cannot stop swimming. If a shark stops swimming, it drowns because it has to have water flowing through its gills at all times for it to breathe. But Charlie needs to swim faster.
You think?
Swim, Charlie. Trust me, don't look back.
Yeah, just fucking swim. There's people screaming. Just fucking swim.
Just swim.
Just swim.
Just go.
Just keep swimming.
Yeah.
That
dude needs to learn how to swim faster.
Fuck, do you not hear the music?
I'd have been walking on water by that point.
Oh, yeah. Jesus. You get the fuck out, and there's that kind of chaos and shit. You get the hell out any fucking way that you can.
Oh, and then you get all the people coming out go hunt this shark.
Yeah.
Who puts 14 people in who hunts a great white in a 12-foot freaking sailboat?
And then stuffs it like sardines. They put away too much. That boat was already destined to go down. I don't even think they needed the fucking shark.
Yeah.
That boat would have just went down on its fucking own.
Well, Hooper says that. He's like, there's guys, they're not going to make it out of the harbor.
They're not going to make it. They're going to die out there.
You know,
there's some creepy little kid shit from another horror movie. You're going to die out there.
I almost understand the mayor. Almost.
I don't understand.
Up until you get to the point where he lets Brody take that slap.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, dude, fuck you.
That's actually literally my next note.
Fuck that. That's jacked up, bro. Because it wasn't Brody's fault.
No, it wasn't. He tried. He did everything he fucking could, but he was getting cockblocked by this douche of a mayor.
Yep, and he gets blamed for it by her in front of everybody. And the mayor, all he does is whisper she wasn't right. But Brody, being the good guy he is, he's like, no, she was right.
Yeah. Well, see, also not being the person that he could have been, I was like, I fucking tried. That guy told me not to.
But he takes responsibility himself as the chief of police.
Well, he blames himself.
Which Hoover makes a good point.
He thinks there's more he could have done.
Hoover makes a good point. He's like, how does a man who's scared of water become chief of police on an island?
Well,
he goes, it's on an island.
If you look at it from the water.
That's it.
If you look at it from the land, you're fucking great. Don't even worry about that.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Coast Guard. Coast is way over there.
But, okay, so getting kind of deep for a moment. And, oh,
God, are we going to have an existential crisis on the show?
No, not really.
Okay, I'm about it. Let's do it. Fuck it.
This movie was honestly one of the top first. Watching this movie, I was probably about 15 or 16.
Yeah, I watched it
all my life. I was watching it all my life.
No, I was 9 the first time.
I was probably younger than that. We used to go to the camp and watch this.
Well, fuck you. You know, my parents didn't really care for me to watch horror movies. I want to say I was like 9 before I saw
watching this movie. And you know,
I was on like TBS or something. That just happened to come on when I had.
Well, you don't pick up certain things when you're a kid, comparing you when you're a little bit older watching it, and when you're our age.
Yeah, I'm finding that out watching some of these movies that I haven't seen in a few years.
I was probably 15 or 16. This movie has a scene in it that when I was 15 or 16, I thought to myself, man, I want to be a dad. The scene where the little boy is copying him.
Oh yeah, that was a cute little scene.
That is the most precious shit I've ever seen in my life, and I remember being like 15, 16. I'm like, God, you know what? I hope I have a son one day that wants to be like me, because it's really the cutest thing. Because he's sitting there, he's got his face in his hands, and the little boy sits there. And
you watch him. He's mimicking his father,
and he's mimicking everything he does.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Come over here and give your old man a kiss."
And he says, "Why?" He says, "Because Daddy needs it."
Yeah. It's awesome.
It's a pure moment. It really is.
It really is
one of those pure moments.
It's the ultimate portrayal of being a father.
Yeah.
And the relationship between a father and a child, because they watch everything you do.
Mm-hmm.
And they emulate you.
That's one of those country songs I fucking fell in love. I've been watching you, Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that song.
Yeah.
I love that song.
That's what I'm talking about. That moment right there made me say, even when I was like 15 or 16, I'm like, you know what? I hope if I have a kid,
yeah,
it could be like that, because that's freaking awesome.
All right. So, Brody eventually does get the mayor to sign the paperwork.
Oh no!
And shut down.
Next, you get Hooper coming in with a bottle of wine.
Oh yeah, Hooper
he's like,
comes
let's go cut this fish open. She's like, can you do that? He goes, I can do whatever I want.
I'm the chief of police.
But you can't close the beach.
Well, yeah, but he's drunk at this point. I mean, he's like, fuck it. At this point, he's a broken man because he's blaming himself for all this tragedy that's happening. He's like, fuck it. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I need to do to stop this. So they cut open the shark. That's where you find all the crap and figure out that it's not the shark they're looking for. Dude.
Yeah. Here's my thing. Hooper got a badass boat.
Yeah, he does.
Why is it? If we were going out in the Orca or Hooper's boat, I'd be like, look, Quint, we'll follow you. We'll take this one. We'll go.
Yeah, we're gonna be about 30 yards over there.
No, not even 30 yards. We'll anchor out next to each other. But we're gonna bring this back up.
Nah, you could get your boat eaten by your damn self. I'm gonna be over there. Fuck that.
Because why not?
2 boats are better than one.
Yeah,
that's absolutely true.
Yeah,
you can't deny that. You can't deny that.
We could take the '83 Camry.
Yeah.
Or we could take the 2020 Jag. Which one you want to take?
I want to take the Jag, but we can take both of them just in case one. If we have to go in this one, I'm taking the other. So when this one breaks down, we're going to hop in this one.
You pulled the other one out there with the new one.
Jesus.
It's
no, but movie. I mean, come on, you got to attribute this to movie. Like, fuck it, we're going to go with Hooper, and we're going to we're going to go battle this shark.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck it.
I love the billboard. The kids spray painted the freaking...
Oh, the graffiti on the billboard.
Man,
I love that.
Fantastic. That is fantastic.
But it seems like something that teenagers would do.
Oh, absolutely.
That's absolutely something. You mock tragedy in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unfortunately
but that's when we get to the
real
scene,
part of life.
That's when we get to the scene where everybody's on the beach and nobody wants to go in the water. And then,
yeah, that's the scene we were talking about a minute ago where the mayor comes up and is like, nobody's in the water.
Yeah, and sacrifices his fucking friend.
So you, your wife, and your kids go get in the water and splash around a little bit so they see how much fun you're having. Is your wife on her period? Okay, get in the water.
Yeah. The bears smell the menstruation.
They smell the menstruation. They smell it.
Dude.
Jesus Christ. Oh,
just when you get to the kids with the fake fin.
Yeah, that's great.
Bro.
That's fucking great.
That kid had to have shit himself. You come out the water looking down the barrel of an M1
What
Garand.
if they would have fucking shot just at the fin?
Right?
That's the first thing I thought of. I was like, God damn, those kids are brave.
Well, as long as they're like more than a foot under the water, they're fine.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I still don't want to get shot at.
Right.
You imagine swimming underwater and seeing bullets going around you?
Yeah, they don't really hurt you, though.
I didn't say hurt you. Could you imagine seeing bullets going around you?
You may not have seen it. The water's kind of murky.
It was kind of murky. He had goggles on, and you could see the fucking the water ripples and shit. I don't want that crap going on behind.
Yeah, Mythbusters did a thing
What
about that.
the shit? No.
Yeah, Mythbusters did a thing about that. If you're more than like a foot and a half under the water, the bullets can't hurt you.
Shouldn't tell me things like that because we're gonna get drunk and experiment. Can of corn. Can of corn. I'll be fine.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, look, you come out the water and you're looking right down the barrel of an M1 Garand like a fucking German.
Yeah, that water was brown. Yeah. Absolutely.
It was his fault. He made me do it.
Yeah.
But I want to point out,
Unclenched the butt cheeks.
the next scene is when they're in the pond and the guy gets eaten by the shark.
Yeah. Jaws.
That is 1 hour and 3 minutes into a 2 hour and 4 minute movie, and that's the first time we get a good look at the shark.
Damn, I didn't realize it was that long. I knew that they held back for a long time. I didn't realize
Over halfway through the movie
halfway through
before
the
we
damn
get
movie.
a really good, before we get a decent look. It's not even a really good look.
Yeah.
It's because all you see is them under the water come up to grab the guy.
The great thing about that is you don't even think about that as much. You're so enwrapped in the fucking
in the story.
You're engaged in the story and
in the acting.
You don't even realize
the monologues and
the monologue. I love some of the monologues.
Oh, Quinn's the best.
Great fucking monologues.
I
was just waiting for him to bust out and start singing "What Would You Do with a Drunken Sailor." I wanted it so much.
Oh,
like, why was that not around at this time?
How Brody didn't punch that mayor in the face?
Yeah, I was.
He's a better man than I, sir.
I think that I would have lost my shit. I really do.
Oh yeah.
I really think I'd have lost my shit. It would have been a big old fucking thing. Let's get to
swimming with bow-legged women.
This is yes. Here's the swimming with bow-legged women.
You get to meet Quint in his shop with all the fucking shark jaws all around.
Yeah. Let's get to the fact that this is a shark movie with an amazing jump scare. Where Hooper is down exploring the first boat that went down, and your boy's face pops out of that fucking hole.
Scared the fuck out of me every time I watch it.
And I knew it was coming.
I know it's coming.
I knew it was fucking coming.
Every time.
It's the music at that exact instant. I went, fuck. And I jumped, and I was like, I knew. Why am I jumping? I know this is fucking coming.
Right? We get the googly eyes. Like, oh.
Yeah. Look. Oh.
Yeah.
And it still got me. It's been 20-something years later, and I've still jumped at that fucking scene.
Yeah. The scene where they go to get Quint and Quint's fucking with them and picking on Hooper because he's
soft hands.
Yeah, you got soft hands, the city hands.
City boy. We don't like your kind around here.
Dude, Quint's the man, dude.
He's great. He's the definition of that badass old war hero that's just like, fuck it.
Yeah, he's hollering at everybody as they're loading up the boat.
Yeah, and singing.
Yeah.
When she lost her virginity when she was 15.
He lost the body of Mary Lee.
Yeah.
Died at the age of 103. 15 when she lost her virginity. Not a bad record for this vicinity.
Yeah. He's great. He's fucking Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
They're fucking sailing with Dr. Seuss.
Well, I like it for when he showed him the cage, he goes, cage goes in the water?
Yeah.
You go in the cage? Yeah. Sharks in the water? Yeah. You go in the water?
Yeah.
What's the song he sings? Farewell and adieu, Spanish lady.
Yeah. Farewell. Goodbye, my friend. You're gonna die down there.
So they get out there and they start fishing, like they're fishing for tuna.
Yeah, because I don't know, that part always got me. Not when I was younger, but now I'm.
Well, he doesn't know what kind of shark he's after.
I get that. I didn't like some of his setup.
Why?
I don't know. It felt it felt weird.
Because if they were looking for like a 10-foot tiger shark, that's the gear you'd catch it on.
It just felt weird. I'm not talking about as far as practicality of actually what they use, which might be where my
misrepresentation infamous shot, though, man, because you get the click.
Oh, no. I know. That's what I'm not saying from the practicality of it. It just it felt awkward. I don't know why.
Yeah. Hoopa!
It's amazing, though.
Hoopa! 5 degrees left?
Yeah, that's fucking, he's yelling at this dude, fucking turn this many degrees. And
that's how you fish.
What?
But Hooper's...
Well, Hooper's is enough, and he's a seaman. He's responsible enough that he knows what the hell he's actually fighting.
Yeah.
If they yelled that shit at me, I wouldn't know what the fuck he was saying. I wouldn't. I'm not even going to pretend that I would know what the hell he was saying. Like, 5 degrees, what? Stick it in the stern. Do what?
No,
I'm leaving.
You just sound like the guy with a tiger shark. What kind of shark is it? A tiger shark. A what?
A what? What the fuck is that? What would you do with the drunk?
Which brings us to, he's chumming the water again. Now, again,
stop
1 hour.
Getting in the fucking water.
A 2 hour and 4 minute movie.
Yeah.
It's 1 hour and 28 minutes before
we get the next.
Before you get
the full. I think
we need a bigger boat.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I love that fucking scene.
Right?
You're going to need a bigger boat.
So they
fuck you, Sharknado.
Yeah, they shoot him with a harpoon, which is attached to a barrel, which is a common way for that.
Yeah,
sharkers get sharks. They drive them to the surface because they can't bring these barrels under. Now, 1 barrel equals 440 pounds of force.
That's a lot of pressure you're dragging underwater.
Yeah, constantly pulling you back to the surface. You know what I mean? And they had 3 on this.
They wound up with 3 of them. They said he can't go under with 3. He'll never make it under with 3. And he posted like, yeah, well, shit, he did it.
Now, one of my favorite scenes ever is when they're in the cabin and they're comparing scars.
Oh yeah.
And your boy goes, Mary Ellen Moffat. She broke my heart.
She broke my heart. It was the best scar of them all.
Fucking Richard Dreyfuss, man. That dude's great.
And then we have our deep expositional, meaningful.
The story of the USS Indianapolis. Yeah. Now listen, Quint's monologue talking about the USS Indianapolis may be the greatest monologue in movie history.
Dude, it was up there.
Because no matter how many times you watch this movie,
it still captures you.
I can have it on in the background while I'm cleaning, and he starts talking about it.
You want to,
and I stop what I'm doing and go listen.
Yeah,
it's probably some of the greatest acting and the greatest delivery ever.
Encapsulating, like you just completely have to,
and completely true.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. It was really well written.
Until this movie came out, it's a story not many people knew.
And not only well written into the story, but well portrayed. I don't think you could have got somebody who could have delivered a better monologue than the way that he delivered it.
Yeah.
He was so sincere. Even like watching it, his facial expressions, his tone, everything, Matt. He was so sincere in that fucking scene. That is some amazing acting.
Yeah. Which sucks because, spoiler alert, when Quint dies, he dies to it's his biggest fear.
Yeah.
It's his greatest nightmare comes true.
Yeah. And he knew that going out there. He knew that.
And he said that. You see him because he goes to grabs life jackets and he refused to put one on.
No, he threw one to Brody and Hooper.
Yeah, because he says that
he says I'm not wearing another one.
Yeah, the most scared I've ever been was waiting to get on that plane.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never wear a life jacket again.
Yeah, he said he'd rather die to the sea.
Yeah,
than go through that tragedy again.
Yep. And dude, it sucks. He could have survived.
Could have.
Dude, to be able to just slide down that freaking tank ran over, hit his fingers, and I'm like, oh god.
I think they made the right decision.
Yeah, no, it's the Kenobi thing.
Yeah. I mean, you had to face his greatest fear. He had to.
Well, he had to go out so that Brody could rise up.
Yeah.
Because if he hadn't gone down, Brody would have just hit under his coattails the rest of the runtime.
Yeah, I get that.
You were expecting Quint to be the hero. When Brody had to be the hero.
Well, Brody had to be it. And Brody throws one of the oxygen tanks into Jaws' mouth.
This is my complaint in this whole movie.
I was waiting for it. He throws an oxygen tank into Jaws' mouth as Jaws is...
Bruce.
Bruce.
The shark's name was Bruce.
I know. That's where the thing from Finding Nemo came from. That's why the shark's name was Bruce.
Yeah.
We call him Jaws. Nobody calls him fucking Bruce.
I call him Bruce. You can call him Jaws. That's dumb.
Everybody calls him Jaws. It's Jaws. It's the shark from Jaws.
It's the shark from Jaws. It's not Jaws.
That was the name of the fucking movie. That's what people call him.
I call bullshit.
You fucking ridiculous.
That is dumb.
You're right. You know that great...
you don't call Michael Myers Halloween.
You know that great musical group by Andre Young?
No, I don't.
Yeah, it's Dr. Dre. Anyway, He's sliding down the back of the boat, and he throws the oxygen tank into Bruce's mouth. This feels weird. I just don't like it.
No.
I just don't like it. He throws oxygen tank into Bruce's mouth. I know that it's the name of the fucking shark. I'm aware of this.
No, I'm talking about the tank. It pisses me off.
Why? Why does it piss you off?
You had a fantastic movie going.
Yeah, okay.
Everything was factual.
Until
he shoots a fucking tank and it explodes.
Yes. Yes, he does. They had to have some kind of spectacular means to get rid of the shark to show how difficult it was to kill. It had to be something big. What'd you want him to shoot him in the eyes? Like, oh, it's okay. It went through his eye right there, the soft tissue, and penetrated the brain. He's dead now.
I don't know.
Was that what you wanted?
There's
no fucking big cinematic reveal to that.
Yeah, but you could have done something. He could have shot it, and the fucking tank could have ripped through the fucking shark's back and kept going through the water, and it'd been more believable.
This is also 75, dude.
Yeah.
It said they didn't have the Matrix yet.
True. So?
I mean, they didn't have the means to do some of the effects that they do now. This is 75.
They made an
exploding shark in 1975, and you're complaining.
Yes.
That's what's going on right now.
Yes.
They made an exploding shark in 1975.
It's the one thing in this movie that was not factual.
But it's a science fiction movie, essentially.
Yes, but they could have made it all the way legit, and nobody would. There was
so you would prefer that he Freddy versus Jason clicked the end of the fucking oxygen tank and it flew towards him?
No. Let it end up in the shark's mouth.
Well, what I'm saying is, go in the shark mouth, and when he penetrates it, the pressure fucking
shoots it into the fucking shark.
That's essentially the same thing as turning the oxygen tank into a torpedo. It's taking the compressed air, shooting it, making the tank a torpedo.
Yeah, but you're not aiming it.
But you would have preferred... Well, no, you're not aiming it like Freddy did, but you would prefer that than the explosion?
Yes.
You fucking psycho.
Because it's realistic.
It's exploding shark. Exploding shark.
It's not realistic.
Exploding shark. Who needs it to be realistic? This is a big major shark movie in 1975. Blow the fucking shark up.
It's not realistic.
It's not realistic. That's your big complaint.
Yeah,
he gave Zombievers a great review, guys.
It's literally my only complaint in the whole movie.
That's your complaint. You're gonna take like 5 points off just for the exploding.
I'm not. This movie is.
If you give it less than a 45, I might punch you.
This may be one of the highest movies I ever ranked.
Okay, but if you give it less than a 45, I might punch you in the face.
Yeah. By the way, our 100 video is our top 5 movies. It's one of my top 5.
Oh, is it going to be one of your Trapped on an Island movies?
Yes, absolutely. It's one of my favorite.
Which, by the way, when I was explaining to someone, we're not talking about horror movies on an island. Someone was confused about that.
Really?
It's not Trapped on an Island horror movies. It's what horror movies would you bring if you were trapped on an island?
What horror movies? I'm just confused. You know how few movies that is?
I still know what you did last summer happened.
Yeah, I still know what you did last summer.
That was a Trapped on an Island movie. I'm like, fuck, I can only pick 5. I can't even find another 4.
I know. I'm trying to think of another one.
I really am, and I can't think of another Trapped on an Island horror movie. That's not what we're meaning.
No, that's not what we're meaning.
If we were trapped on an island with a TV and a means to power the TV, and we could only bring 5 movies, what horror movies?
Which is asinine when you think about it.
It's a point of discussion.
Yeah, I know.
All right, we're running along right now. Where are you going now with a score for this one?
Well, let's look at real quick. Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, fuck Rotten. I'm sorry.
Rotten Tomatoes gives us a 98%.
You've redeemed yourself somewhat.
Yes. Audience score only scores us a 90%.
I attribute that to the fact that Rotten Tomatoes was not around when this movie was released.
I attribute that to the fact that they blew it up at the end.
I don't attribute. I guarantee you can look on Rotten Tomatoes some of the comments and nobody's going to say they blew the shark up. All hail PETA.
Yeah.
Get the fuck on.
No, this is not realistic.
It's science fiction movie. Realistic. Jesus Christ. Jason came back to life 10 times. Shut up.
No. So where are you going?
Where I'm going, I am actually, this is probably going to be one of the higher ratings that I've ever given.
I better go higher.
As well. Unless you give it a 50, you're not.
I am.
Okay, I'm going 49.
Yeah, 50 all day.
Really? You're not going to take part off because it exploded?
No, I'm really not, because it's movie.
Yeah. Movie.
It had to
That's
happen.
why I say it had to happen. Movie.
It had to happen.
I'm giving it a 49.
Yeah, it's a 50. It's one of my favorite all time. There's a reason why I can quote you the Mary Lee poem.
Really?
There's a reason why most of Quint's lines I know by heart. I've watched this movie.
I am giving it a 49 because I can't take anything away from this fucking movie.
No.
I really can't.
Nothing.
But I think we're going to do this podcast for 12 years before I give anything a fucking 50.
You gave Silence of the Lamb a 50.
Did I really?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, I stand by that.
Okay.
I really do.
All right.
I don't disagree with that for 50, but you also got to remember we were also very young in the podcast whenever I did that.
True, yeah.
I have been, since we've moved to the new format, much more judgmental on movies.
Yeah, I know.
I have been a lot more judgmental.
I know.
On
We
movies.
recently watched Halloween to do that review, and
as a movie that I love, and I'm sitting there, and after, because we did our first few podcasts, I'm like, oh, it's a perfect movie. It's a great movie. And then as we're going on, I'm like, son of a bitch, we got to do all these movies, and this was like, fuck, what do I rate this? I can't rate this, and I can't. Now, so I'm picking apart, and I'm taking everything away from this damn movie. So we watched a movie that one of my favorites of all time, and I've loved this movie. I've seen this movie probably a couple thousand times, and I don't even think I'm exaggerating that. No. And all of a sudden, I'm picking it apart like, why the fuck is that there? What's going on with this? Why do they do it like that? There's a knife on the floor. And I'm sitting there, and I'm critiquing it so damn much that I want to stab myself.
Yep. It's not an over-exaggeration to say I'll probably watch this twice a month. Jaws.
Really?
Yeah.
So, I mean.
Now, it's my wife, Hannah. Hi, Hannah.
Hey.
It's my wife, Hannah's favorite movie. It's her all-time favorite. It's her number one.
It's not one of my all-time favorites, but dude, it's fucking up there. I can't take anything away from it. Much like Silence of the Lambs, there was nothing I could take away from that.
Yeah, there really wasn't. But we had a camp on the coast.
Yeah.
Where we'd go to, and you know what I mean. That was one of the fun things. You go sit back at the camp and you watch Jaws.
Yeah.
Before you go fishing.
Yeah. That's why you watch Friday the 13th before you go camping.
Yes.
It's almost like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it.
Yep. So yeah, I can't.
Or you watch zombie beavers before you go, beaver hunting or club hopping, whatever you call it.
Whatever you call it. Yeah.
Anything.
All right, guys. So
I'm giving it a 49. He's giving it a 50. He's giving it a perfect score. He thinks there's nothing wrong with Jaws. I can't think of a thing to take away from it, but I again will not. Since Silence of the Lambs in this new format, I have yet to give anything a perfect score.
My main problem with this movie
is the shark blows up.
No, is the one with the glasses. She's annoying.
Really? That's your main complaint?
Yeah. The one with the perm and the glasses?
Yeah.
I can't stand that woman. I wish the shark would have eaten her.
Well, that's where, you know what? Fuck you.
I don't think that's funny at all. That's not funny. That's not funny at all.
Yeah, no.
Oh, God, shut the fuck up, Karen.
She was a Karen. I'm going to attribute my 1 point I'm taking away to that. Thank you for giving me ammunition. I'm taking a point away for Karen. Fuck it. That's going to be my reasoning from here on out. Giving it a 49 because of you, woman.
Yeah.
She was an annoying
We're subtracting 1 point for every Karen.
Oh, good God. We're going to run out of fucking points so quick. We start rating movies by Karens, we're going to get shut down. We're going to have a protest of Karens.
I'm trying to think if there's like Karen in Halloween.
Oh,
PJ Souls.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that when we do, which is coming up, guys. Anyway, check us out on all the places. We're literally everywhere. We're on YouTube. We're on Spotify. We're on Stitcher. We're on iTunes. We're on Pandora. We're on SoundCloud. We're on everything.
That was 6. Yep, and pretty soon we should be on Google Play as well.
Google Play, we're pending authorization and acceptance and approval and all this stuff. We'll probably be rated explicit on there as well.
Oh, of course. We curse too much.
I don't think we fucking curse that much.
You have a fucking foul mouth, sir.
Yeah, some fucking times.
All right, guys.
Love you guys.
Remember, follow, share,
comment,
like, everything. All right, guys. We're out of here.
Later.